Good morning, everybody. It's Billy here. Oh, I'm live on Facebook too. Good morning, everybody. Billy Parrott, Billy in B-Town, Meridian Real Estate. It's a mouthful, I know. It is Friday, and that means it's coffee chat time. And I figured, I was like, what do I do today? What do I talk about? And because it is graduation weekend for Billings folks here, I thought what a perfect time to talk about first-time homebuyers because these kiddos, they're getting ready. They're adults now. They're adults now. I have one. He's graduating Sunday, and I tell you what, I feel old. I now have two adult. I guess I can't call them kids anymore, but yeah, two adults, and yeah. So so soon they'll be kicked out of their homes and they'll need to find their own place. So this would be a great opportunity to learn about what it takes when you're thinking about buying your first place. Because if you're renting, you're just throwing your money away. So why not start early? Why not start right after you graduate and start thinking about buying your first place? Because you're going to be building equity as well. So we're going to get started. I'm going to give you about 12 things to think about as far as buying your first place. And I'm drinking my tea this morning. It says good morning, good morning. And it's Memorial Day weekend as well. This year has just flown by. Oh, and I've got my Real Estate Life shirt on. Hello, real estate, real estate. So we'll get started. So the first thing that you want to think about is budgeting. What is your budget look like? Because you might get approved for a certain amount, but in reality, you really have to consider, okay, am I living for my home? I've been in that position. It's not fun. You want to make sure that you have money to travel. Say you like to travel, buy nice clothes, buy cool things for your place, right? So it would be smart to just sit down, write down what your income is and then what your expenses are, and then see what that leaves you with, and then add on to that any extras because you don't want to get tight. Because once they tell you what your payment is, it could change. It could fluctuate. Most likely it's going to go up, not down. So those are some things to consider. You have to consider property taxes. You have to consider homeowners insurance, maintenance and repairs, because things happen with homes. You could spring a leak. Your AC could go out. Your furnace could go out. So you definitely have to factor all those things in to your budget. Second, this is a big one. I don't know how many times I've had people call me and they want to start looking at houses and they haven't even seen a lender yet. They have no clue what they're pre-approved for. So I will suggest that they go see a lender of their choice and see what they can get pre-approved for. Because here's the thing, real estate is moving so quickly right now. If you're not prepared with a pre-approval and you find that dream home, you're going to be out because they're not going to take you seriously if you have not made those moves yet. So definitely want to make sure that you're getting pre-approved, and it's good for you as well, because how do you know what you can afford? There's so many factors that you have to consider. There's interest rates, again, property taxes, all of those things that you have to consider when it comes to what your payment is going to be. How much down payment you're putting also affects that as well. Your credit score is going to factor in as far as what your interest rates are going to be as well. So that's something else that is very important. And if you already have a real estate agent that you're working with, ask them for some referral choices. Because they're working with lenders all the time. They know which lenders work with different programs the best, and they know as far as personality, because you're going to be working with this person for the next, 2 to 3 months, and you want to make sure that you jive. So definitely lean on your real estate agent for those referrals as well. Type of property. So there's so many different types of properties that you could look at. There's condos, there's townhomes, there's single family homes, and there's even, and I love this idea for new home buyers, a duplex. because you could rent out one side and live in the other, and you could possibly have that renter pay your entire mortgage, if not most of it. So that's definitely something that I feel that a lot of people are kind of missing the boat on. And then eventually you can move out and keep it as a rental property. So definitely something to consider. And the difference between a condo and a townhome is a condo, you only own a certain percentage of the property, right? So you don't own the land underneath you or the sky above. A townhome, you do. In most cases, you own the land below you and the sky above. And typically a townhouse does share a wall, but not all the time. There are standalone townhomes as well that are part of homeowner associations too. So those are some things to factor in. Location, that's another thing. Oh, I just hit my timer on my Instagram. I got to get that. So you guys, I put a timer on my phone. I was trying to limit my time on social media, and now I forget that it's on there. So when I'm going live like this, it'll say timer's out, and yeah, so it's a disruption. Hey, Sabrina from Atlanta, how are you? Sabrina just came. She's on a book tour right now, and she is amazing. So if you're not following Sabrina Lowry, definitely do. She came to Billings, Montana this year and rocked it with her class. So the other thing is home inspections. So the buyer, that's a fee that the buyer pays. So when you are budgeting out, what you're going to need to be prepared for, home inspections are paid for by the buyer. And that could range anywhere from $300 to $500 to $600, just depending on any add-ons. If you want to have a radon test done, hey Bob, how are you? If you want to have mold tests, any of those things, a lead-based paint test, you could also add on. So definitely factor those numbers in as well. And you definitely, I highly recommend getting a home inspection, especially your first home, because it's going to uncover any potential issues, and it's things to budget for, right? So you may not, that maybe the HVAC is going to go out in 5 years. Electricity, like if the electric box needs to be updated, those are all things that you need to factor in and budget when you're thinking about that. So, and a water heater could cost about $800 to $1,000. An electric panel is about $1,000 or more. So yeah, definitely consider that, and definitely get a home inspection. And if I would definitely lean on your real estate agent as well too. They have a list usually of people that they refer out because their clients have had luck with them, have had a good experience. So definitely ask them for any referrals. Getting to this is a great segue. Choose a good realtor. I cannot stress this enough. They are there to advocate for you. They are knowledgeable. Make sure that you're getting a knowledgeable realtor. Ask those questions. So I always recommend interviewing about 2 to 3 real estate agents. If you have friends that are referring you someone, even better, because they've had that great experience already. Make sure that they are knowledgeable in first-time home buyer programs and things like that. And then also personality. You need to mesh, right? Because you're not going to get along with everybody, and this person you're going to be working with for a while. So definitely choose a good realtor. I would be happy to help you, but again, maybe our personalities won't mesh. I usually get along with everybody, but I could be a bit much sometimes. And again, they can provide you with valuable market insights. They will know, what areas, certain values in certain areas. Happy Memorial Day weekend to you too, Sabrina. And they're going to negotiate on your behalf, right? So if you make an offer, and if there's multiple offers, they're going to go to bat for you and try to get you the best deal on that home, or just even get you the home, because really there's no good deals anymore, I'll be honest with you. And then just knowing that it's a long-term investment, that you're going to build equity over time. It's better than renting, because when you're renting, you're just paying somebody else's mortgage and investing for that person instead of for yourself. So look at it that way, as a long-term investment. Hey, Jack Perry. And then let's see what else. So, okay, first-time home buyer programs. There are a lot of first-time home buyer programs out there. If you don't have the down right now, say, I've only saved up this much, it doesn't matter. There's some first-time home buyer programs that you might qualify for. So definitely check in with your lender or your realtor to see what you could qualify for. There's some zero down programs out there. If you're a veteran, that is an excellent opportunity for you. There's huge benefits to a VA loan. So definitely look into that if you are a vet. And thank you for your service out there to all the vets that are watching. Let's see. Yeah, so there is one loan program actually that one of our local lenders is doing right now, and it's really cool. It's called the 3-2 Home 1 Plus program, and it's as little as 3% down, and you can receive a $2,000 gift card to Home Depot. Who couldn't use $2,000 at Home Depot? You could use it for, an appliance, or maybe there are some things that need to be done to the house. So you could definitely use those for that. And then $1,000 up to $2,500 towards closing costs and our down payment as well on that program. So if you're interested in that, Guild Mortgage is offering that program, and it is for first-time home buyers only. And then there's the Montana Board of Housing. I actually used that when I bought my first house. It was amazing. It was a down payment assistance program. And you basically just, once you sell your house, you pay it back. You can pay it back before then, but it's interest-free on that portion of the down payment assistance loan. You do have to pay it back. It's not a grant or anything given to you. So, but there are grant programs out there as well. City of Billings offers a first-time home buyer program. That one also you do have to pay back, but yeah, there's different things that you could do to get you in your first home. There's even some zero down programs out there, you guys. So definitely talk to your lender of choice about what they have to offer. Let's see what else. Oh, down payment. So you definitely want to try to save up as much as you can for a down payment, because it will help your mortgage payment in the long run be lower, obviously. And you could buy down rates with more down payment. And then, so right now the interest rates are, they're about normal, I would say. But if you're kind of concerned, well, what if they go down? What if next year they go down to 4%? Say I got a 6% right now and it go down. You can refinance. You can definitely refinance to that lower rate and save money. I'm seeing a lot of offers coming in right now where they're asking for like a credit to the buyer so they can buy down the rate. So that's been kind of helping out as well. And then understanding the market. There's a buyer's market and a seller's market. Because inventory is so low right now, it is definitely a seller's market. We're still seeing multiple offers happening right now. There's just not much out there, especially in a certain price range. Anything under $250 is hard to find. So if your budget is around there, just be patient. It will happen, but there is very limited inventory out there right now. So definitely a seller's market. And so knowing that going in, you're going to have to be competitive with your offers. There's really no deals at this point, what I'm seeing anyway. So it's, in my experience right now, it's either full price or over. There's nothing that you're going to get a discount on right now. So, hey, Raymond, how are you? Good show. Raymond, I've acted with Raymond in a few shows, but I just saw their show that I choreographed for, actually, Leading Ladies, and it was amazing. It was really good at BST. Let's see. Oh, HOA fees. I got this question asked to me the other day. What's the benefits of an HOA? There could be some benefits. I live in an HOA. I live in a townhome, and I love it because I just pay a certain amount each month. It covers my exterior maintenance. It covers lawn maintenance, which is excellent for me because I don't have time to mow my lawn. I will be honest with you. If I didn't have them doing it for me, I would have grass and weeds galore. So I love it for that fact. And then snow removal. And just check into that. If you're looking at some places that are in an HOA, your realtor is going to send you basically all the HOA rules, the CC&Rs, which is covenants and restrictions. Read through those. I know it's a lot. Sometimes it could be 30 pages, but definitely read through that so you know what you're getting into and make sure that it does work for you. Because some HOAs can be a very, very strict, like color of house has to be a certain color. Maybe you can't have decorations like Christmas decorations, things like that. So just read through those really carefully. That's why you get sent those. That's very important. Let's see, closing costs. So I get asked this a lot as well. What are closing costs? What am I paying for? And who pays those? So a buyer has their closing costs and a seller has their closing costs. Okay. So on the buyer's side, what you are paying for are title fees, lender fees, escrow fees. If there's a PMI, which is prepaid mortgage interest, that's included. Property taxes, possibly if you're putting it in an escrow, your homeowner's insurance, if you're putting that in an escrow, that's all part of your closing costs. There's lender fees like origination fees, things like that, recording fees. And so when you're talking to your realtor, she can give you kind of an estimate of what those might look like. And also your lender will give you those as well. So those are also things to consider. Closing costs. Closing costs are different than a down payment. So just know that going in. Insurance is a big thing too. So I always get asked what's the difference between home insurance and a home warranty. So home insurance, you are required to have that, especially if you're having a loan. Your lender is going to require you, but you can choose who your home insurance company is going to be. And I would recommend calling at least a few, seeing, kind of getting some rates, some quotes. They'll ask you some questions about the house. They're going to ask you how old the roof is. They're going to ask you things like, is there a wood stove in the garage? Like, they're going to ask you a certain amount of different questions. So just be prepared for that, so they can give you a quote. And again, that's something that could go up or down, mostly up. I've never seen it go down, but your home insurance can go up and that'll affect your payment. And you can always change. So say a couple of years go by and your insurance just keeps going up and you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting anything for this. Shop around. You can change your insurance. You don't have to stick with that same insurance. And then finding out deductible, what is covered, especially here in Billings, we get a lot of hailstorms. So making sure that all of that is covered. Flood insurance, if you're in a flood zone area, and again, your realtor can tell you that whether or not that you are. Also your insurance too, you can look it up by the address. That is a little bit more money and is a little bit extra too. So that's something else to consider. And so a home warranty basically covers, well, it could cover an array of things, but that's something that either you can ask your seller to provide or just purchase one for yourself. So it could cover, like, say if the washer and dryer go out within a year, if you have plumbing issues, and every home warranty is different. So definitely read the fine print. And typically you pay like a service fee, like $75 to $100 for the service call. But I've had clients that have had a home warranty purchased on their behalf by the seller, and within a year, like, the furnace went out and they would come by. If they can't fix it, they replace it. So that's huge. And home warranties could range anywhere from $475 up to $1,000. But then you're covered because a furnace is costly or central air to air conditioner unit. So yeah, so hopefully that helps. Hopefully I covered most of it without boring the heck out of you. But the biggest thing is talk to your realtor, talk to your lender. They have tons of knowledge about this stuff because they do it every day. And they're there to guide you through the process. And how exciting is it that you get the keys to your own house? You can do whatever you want to it. You can paint it pink if you want. It's just exciting, and it's a great way to invest and build equity. So that's what I got for you as far as that goes. And if you ever have questions, feel free to call me. I'm always around. If you want to go grab coffee or a beer. I don't drink beer anymore, but I'll drink an NA beer with you. We can chat some more about what your options are. So I have a personal question to ask you guys. I might be having a little bit of a midlife crisis. So my daughter, who is 24, she's living in New York right now, Frankie. Shout out to Frankie if you're watching. She has attended, I think this was her third EDC music festival. I don't even know what EDC stands for. I think it's electric dance something. I don't know. But it's that kind of like techno dance music, that kind of style of music. I don't know if you know artists like Damdala. Who else is a big one? Is it Avicii? Yeah, I think he's a name, but that kind of music. And so I've been watching her videos and have gotten some serious FOMO. And I'm thinking before I get too old about going next year in May. It is in Vegas, which it's terribly hot and I don't handle heat well. And you camp out and you stay in these little dome tents, which I heard is really hot too. But it's a 3-day festival, 3 or 4-day festival. So I'm like seriously considering it just kind of as a bucket list check off. So I would just love your opinion. Should I do it or not? Today, the early bird tickets are on sale. And so I kind of have to make a decision. I'm about 85% there, but I'm also scared in a way because I'm not a spring chicken anymore. As some of you guys know, I hurt my ankle jumping off a karaoke stage in DC, which the stage was only about this high from the floor. So yeah. So please comment yes or no. Should I go to EDC in Vegas next year in May? And I'm just going to go with what the majority says, and I'm just going to do it. Billings Mustangs baseball has opened up their season. So I'm hoping to go this weekend to check them out. It's our baseball team here, and definitely recommend getting a Stang burger. It's the best burger. I'm not even a burger fan, but they're the best. They put like a brisket on top, and oh my God, it's so good. So good. So if you're ever in Billings and you're here during the baseball season, go and have a Stang burger, even if you're not a baseball fan. I highly recommend. So go for it. Bob says go for it. Okay, Bob, you're my first vote. Yes. I might do it. I don't know. I'll let you know if I do it or not. And then happy graduation again to all the grads this weekend. You guys have worked hard. I know school can be tough sometimes, and sometimes school's just not for you, and that's okay. And it's going to be great. So Sunday, I know senior in West is graduating. I'll be there at 6 to watch my son Miles graduate. Congratulations, Miles. You're probably not watching, but congrats anyway. But yeah, it'll be a good time. So you guys have an amazing Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for watching. And again, if you have any questions regarding first-time homebuyer programs or any of that kind of stuff, let me know. I'm always here. And what's Raymond say? Well, let's see. Life is short. Do the stuff you've always wanted while you still can. I vote yes to EDC. Okay, we got 2 votes now. 2 votes of yes for EDC. Thanks, Ray. All right, you guys. Well, have a good weekend. Happy Friday, and we will chat with you later. We'll see you next Friday. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.